What is up, YouTube? This is my first black and white Wi-Fi battle against Johan from TPX. It's a UU battle, 5th gen UU battle, so here we go. Let's get right into it. He leads off with a Don fan, I lead off with enemy AC-130, a Flygon. Anyway, I don't want to take an Ice Shard, so I switch immediately out to Yuna, who I know can take pretty much anything. It's EV to take even like Tyranitar hits, so I know I can take whatever it throws at me, and I set up a Reflect first. And I know they're going to switch at this point because they don't want to really take a Sidekick, so I go for a Wish to restore health on whatever comes in, no matter what he does. I send out my Lilligant, Miss Pain, who is also bulky. Like, it hits the same defense number as my Gardevoir does before Reflect, so I know I can take a hit. Unfortunately, he gets the Spadef drop. I mean, not Spadef, I mean the defense drop from Crunch, so I don't really want to stay in, but I know I can pretty much take out that Crocodile. So anyway, he switches into Espeon anyway, and I go for a second Quiver Dance, and then I actually Petal Dance, which I believe is a 2-hit KO, yeah, on Espeon. Unfortunately, because of that defense drop, it does a lot of damage to me, which pretty much almost makes me useless. But luckily for me, the Petal Dance does kill this turn, so, and because of her ability on tempo, I don't really have anything to worry about, but don't really want anyone to get toxic or anything crazy, and I never really fought a Weezing, so I just stay in and HP Ice, which was dumb. I probably should have Petal Danced, would have done more than not very effective. Petal Dance would have done more damage than neutral HP Ice in this case, but whatever. I do get to hit that Weezing down pretty far, and I send in my Samurai Bisharp to Revenge Kill, but actually they're faster than me and pull off a freaking Pain Split, which sucks. So I don't really want to take another one. I don't know what he wants to do. I predicted him to go for a Will-O-Wisp, which he does, I believe. So I just flat out switch, not wanting to take that. So yeah, my Gardevoir is easily going to be able to take this thing out. I know I can take anything this thing is going to do, especially with Wish support. I know I can take it out with the Sidekick easily, and I'm faster, and I have enough special defense. So this thing really just can't do anything to me. So I just set up a Wish first and then Sidekick. I know I'm a little off on this narration, but I had to speed it up because it was a pretty long battle. I'm pretty sure no one wanted to watch a 14-minute battle. Anyway, he sends in a Crocodile. His Crocodile again, which at this point I believe is banded, judging by how much damage it does with that Earthquake. So I send in my Snorlax, and I take the second Earthquake. I knew I would take it. I knew I would be able to live it, so I just go set up a rest, because there's really not much else I can do. And at this point, judging by what all I've seen from his team, like, I mean, I know I've seen the whole team from the team preview, but judging by what he's used so far, I don't think anyone really can do much of anything to him at this point. Right here, I kind of made a misplay. I probably should have went for a U-turn instead of the Outrage, but whatever. So I pretty much lose my Flygon, but at this point I realize that my Flygon is really not going to do much. So luckily I get the 2-turn Outrage, so I will be able to come back in later. Switching Yuna to take the Ice Shard. I know she can, but unfortunately he gets a crit, which pretty much means she's dead and useless now, unfortunately. So that really sucked. But I think that was pretty much the only crit hacks I had that would happen to me in this battle. So now I switch in my Dusknoir, which I know can take anything that thing throws at me, and I go for the Will-O-Wisp. I knew he had a Melodic, but honestly I knew I could take it, so it didn't really matter to burn, and I think it actually had a Flame Orb anyway, so it really didn't make a bit of difference at all. And I switch in my Snorlax, predicting some kind of status move, so that worked out for me in my favor, and he switches in a Sharpedo. So now I'm going to go for the 2 turns to wake up my Snorlax. I know it's a Curse-Lax, so it can take special hits easily, and after curses it'll take any physical hits, so I know I can take anything the Sharpedo's going to throw at me, even a Hydro Pump. It doesn't take it as well as I thought, but I do take it quite well. So I start setting up curses. At this point I realized that Snorlax is pretty much my only hope left for this team, I believe. Yeah. So I'm just setting up curses because I know that there's nothing this guy can do to me. They go for a Scald, I'm guessing trying to get some burn hacks, but whatever. I just go right for the Body Slam after two curses, I believe. So at that point it doesn't kill, but I went second, so after the burn I knew it would kill. He goes for an Earthquake, which does nothing. And just because he sent in his Donphan, I knew he couldn't do much of anything. Honestly, I probably would have sent in something else, but yeah, I know that I can take anything this Donphan is going to throw at me, so I just take the opportunity to just set up on it. Because I know that after 4 or 5 curses at this point, I believe, I can just take anything at this point. Unless he had Focus Blast or something, which he obviously doesn't have. So I'm just sitting here setting up curses. I believe that was +6 right there. So now I'm just going to go for the rest to get all my health back, knowing that I can take anything he does. And yeah, he does an Earthquake, and it does literally 54 points of damage, I believe. And I recover back pretty much most of that. So he's really not doing anything. He's really only doing about 6% damage, which is Stealth Rock damage, which is absolutely not Stealth Rock damage, neutral Stealth Rock damage. I don't know. He's basically doing nothing because of lefties. Oh, he's doing 12%, but I'm recovering 6 back, so it doesn't really matter. He goes for Protect. I mean, just to stall. I'm not sure what, or to scout out my move, or get a speed. Because the speed boost didn't really matter because I do have -6. I have -6 speed at this point. He gets a crit, which sucks and almost scared me, but I know I could take it out that turn. It was funny. During this match, I kind of thought I was going to get hit by Rough Skin for some reason, which is just a little brain fart. But I guess he goes with the Stone Edge, praying for the crit hacks. Honestly, it didn't really matter at that point because unless he was scarfed, my Flygon could have came in and easily revenge killed it. And that's the game. Hope you enjoyed. Comment and rate.